Welcome to Proudly Said, bold voices and real stories. I'm John Hyland, Scouse, queer, and still trying to make sense of it all. This space is for the stuff we don't always say out loud, but probably should. Let's get into it. So, what did you have for breakfast?
What did I have for breakfast?
Yeah.
Toast and manjaro. What did you have?
Bowl of bran flakes, get that fibre in. What are you doing? Where are you going? He's going to like plonk his arse now, just on my...
You know what? You know that we're in like a culture of jack of potatoes. Like he really does need to be the like, what is it? When they're like a little mascot of something. Like imagine him in Spud Bros with the costume and it'd just be amazing.
Spud Bros, you sponsorship.
Honestly, give this dog something. He deserves it. Look at him.
If that's any way to introduce a fucking podcast episode, this is it. Welcome to my home. Welcome to another episode, and welcome to the fabulous Tommy. I've heard you referred to several names.
I've been a lot of things over the years. Whatever you want.
Well, I know you as Tom.
Okay.
So it's Tom.
Yeah. There you go. Tom. That's fine.
Or to some people, the alter ego is Pam Sandwich or Pam Tasty Sandwich.
For lots of people, it's Pam Sandwich. Yeah, a lot of people don't even know my name anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
you know when you enter that era, isn't it? You can be a real fucker.
Who are you?
I know, honestly. But also, you get people shouting Tom when you've got like a fucking 40-inch wig on, like a evening gown, and I'm like, and I turn around and I'm like, please don't do that.
I've done that accidentally because I think in my brain sometimes it's like.
You've got lots of drag friends now.
Well, and that's the problem.
Lots.
When you see someone who you've known as a something, you just go, sorry. A certain drag queen has called me out of it on Facebook before. It's like, I'm sorry.
On Facebook?
Yeah, how dare you use my my government name on my drag Facebook profile?
Well, I mean,
like, sorry. Anyway, this is about you. And I was saying before you got here, like, yeah. I don't really know where to begin with this.
It's wild, isn't it? It's
mad because it's like it's a long journey.
I've known you a long time.
And we've known each other, as you realise when you looked at our WhatsApp history. Mm-hmm. By that I mean he gave me his phone number, just check in, just in case you need to get in touch with me. Like, I've already got it. Oh, look at those medias. From a very, very long time ago. So let's, start from the beginning. Some say it's a very good place to start.
It is.
Were you one of those people who came out on the scene like when you were illegal to do so?
Oh my God, yeah. Throw £1 in the bucket to get in the boudoir.
Is that what it was?
Get your arse slapped by Mike Morgan while you're on the way in.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah, that was me. 15 years old in the Superstar boudoir, and they knew. Everyone knew.
But this is the thing with like queers these days, like look young because we've
also. Where else have you got to go?
Well, yeah.
When we were that young, where else did you have to go?
Nowhere.
You didn't.
At that age, I was like in St. John's Gardens with my emo friends.
Yeah, like fitlads.net, gaydar. Oh my God. Do you know what I mean? You used to have to go on a fully like towered computer and you're going like internet cafes and that to use it.
Yeah.
Honestly, the gay bars on Manchester Canal Street had computers in there.
They did as well, didn't they? Oh.
Say, John, we're really fucking old.
Until the ones who were older say, no, you're fucking not, you babies.
No, well, our face cards, you know what I mean? We've just been talking about this, haven't we?
Yeah, like, wow, because you've just turned 35.
Yeah.
I turned 35 in December.
Yeah.
Which made me laugh when I saw you.
35 in December, me too.
What date?
19th.
Oh, yeah, of course. Because I remember seeing that because I'm the 8th.
Oh, okay.
You are literally 2 weeks younger than me.
Yeah, literally, it's wild, yeah. Are you Sagittarius?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So the tattoo on my back says, have you just gone into Capricorn?
No, Sagittarius.
Oh, so you're
the end cusp.
Okay. See, I've got a tattoo on my back of it. That's kind of connected to it. But I don't, because you're very spiritual in that sense.
No, I'm a fuck, man. Fucking hell, I haven't got time for anything like that. If someone gave me a crystal, I'd put it in the fucking garden with the rest of the pebbles. I wouldn't. Spiritual fucking hell.
We are 4 minutes in. Yeah. You can see where this is going.
This is going to be your funniest episode you've ever had.
Okay, so 15, boudoir. What was that like for you, I suppose? Like, because I think over the course, especially since maths, I think we've seen you on a bit of a journey when it comes to identity.
100%.
So let's go back then. What was that like for you, like being on the scene? 'Cause I must admit, when you're talking about, you're making the joke about fit guys, fit lads. Fit lads, and I didn't say fab guys. That's something completely different. Right. I didn't know any gay people until I started going out.
Same. Not, and if it did, it would be like the lads in school who you couldn't deny. Yeah, do you know what I mean? That one lad in school.
It was like overly effeminate.
And you just get abused to death.
Yeah.
Because he just didn't have the constitution, and it was just like picked on to fuck, which is kids do, don't they? They're horrible.
Well, yeah, that's why I don't want any.
No, that as well. And do you want to bring them into this world?
Well,
you know what I mean?
it is more that.
Yeah, I didn't know anyone. I didn't. My first experience was walking into the Superstar Boudoir, and wasn't it the most like amazing experience ever?
Very surreal. Like I find, and I think, as much as it's a great thing today, I think queer youth of today will never have that experience of going into that first space. That's like, oh wow, there are people like me.
Because your first interaction's on the phone.
Yeah. You are correct.
It's
Yeah.
like, so we lost the art of conversation. We lost the art of interaction. You had to go and ask for someone's number if you wanted it.
And now it's just like,
I never did.
What's your Instagram handle?
Did you? And
did I? No, I think I probably like either spoke to someone through someone else or
stood there looking fucking gorgeous and waited for them to come to you. That was it. And if they never.
Well, tough, yeah, and they lost out. No, I was never that very, like, I've always been that self-conscious person, but I don't know, like, you are right though, like, you go into like that gay venue for the first time and you're like,
it was amazing. I remember feeling like the belle of the ball sort of thing, really, especially because it's like fresh meat as well. You were the
so everyone's looking at you.
They are. And I had like the most brightest orange face and like a brand new outfit from Top Man. Are you acknowledging my orange face, or you know?
I who's never had an orange
No,
face.
so
I
you were
enjoy
talking about my
pelvis.
orange face. I was sunbed every day, 12 minutes. I had the biggest diamonds in my ears from quarters.
From quarters.
Honestly, they weren't diamonds. Fucking hell, it was a bit of plastic with foil behind it. But honestly, I loved them. My ears were green, honestly.
Because of how
Yeah.
ears were green. I never realised that was a real thing.
Yeah, if you wear cheap jewellery, it goes green and blue, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. Minging.
Very minging.
Very.
So what was your experience on the scene then?
So I went to Superstar Boudoir and I was a bit like, probably kissed about 11 people that night.
On the first night.
100%.
Freedom.
Got me Nokia 3310 out and put about 100 numbers in. And then it went to G-Bar and they were like, you're not 18. And I was like, no. And they let me in anyway.
After
Acknowledging verbally that I wasn't 18, but like my mum picked me up from town that night. She was like, you're not going out. Like, if you go out, you're not going out and like staying out all night and making your own way, and you're too young, I'll pick you up. So she picked me up at, I think, like 1:30 or something, and I just felt like I'd had the time of my life.
I love that. 1:30. Like, to me, 1:30's like late now.
Oh my God. If I'm out till 1:30, that's like me being out till 9 a.m. in the morning. Like you used to be when G-Bar used to come out, people would be on the way to work.
There was nothing worse than in the summer coming out with G-Bar to broad daylight and the birds singing.
And you just know you look disgusting.
Have you seen the Instagram hashtag handle G-Bar Archive?
Yeah, I have seen it, yeah.
Have you popped up on it yet?
No.
I've popped up on it.
I
was like,
have you shared the picture or not?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
it was
a
while ago.
Acknowledge it.
It was with it was when I was with Tom McAdam.
Okay.
Which was a picture of me and Tom.
McAdam.
Which is, so that's like, oh my God, we were together when I was 20.
Did Tom McAdam pass away?
Yeah.
Oh, he was a lovely Tom.
Yeah, it's been a couple of years now because I was in Northern Ireland when it happened.
That's so sad. He was such a lovely lad.
He was. And I think everyone like kind of like, he was like, at that time, and it's going back to like, you know, in those early days, bar people, use my words carefully there, bar people were like famous. Yeah. On the scene. I feel like it's not the same anymore.
It was the same faces everywhere for hundreds of years, wasn't it? Yeah. They were like drag queens, the bar people.
Because there was like 10 drag queens and then the bar staff.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you're dating the G-Bar barman.
That's like a bit, you like Z-list celebrity then, aren't you? Yeah.
Literally.
You know, honestly. I do really miss it though, and I miss the way that we were, where it was like pink Chicago, £10 in on a Thursday, drinks all night.
Remember Destination?
Yes, I do remember. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Why of course? I didn't date him.
Okay.
No, did I?
I don't know, did you?
No, absolutely fucking not. No, I never. I think I went on one date with him. I think everyone went on one date with him.
Never.
Did you?
No, I did not. Thank you very much.
I went on one date with him. I'm not even going to go into that. I went on one date with him and I would never...
Phone parties. That's all I loved.
I never attended anything like that.
Oh, did you not? No, I went to all the phone parties in Destination.
Because some of the stuff that people were saying was going on in that fucking foam, you'd end up with fucking glandular fever. Do you know what I mean? Who knew you could get gonorrhea from foam? It's true though. And didn't you have like a secret downstairs in there?
It became not so secret. It became a second like bar, like D2 or something, but it was like a bit...
There wasn't much drinking going on in there, was that? And if it wasn't alcohol they were drinking.
And now it's mansion.
and now it's mansion. It is. And to do a full circle moment, I occasionally do the Dream Boys in there.
Oh, do you? And how's that?
Fab.
It's
What? Not the Dream Boys. Once you've seen one, you've seen them fucking all, haven't you? But it's a nice venue, isn't it?
I've not been in.
It's nice.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice. It's not like Destination.
Which is just a big wide
Just
open
a square.
space. Yeah, that's
just
what
a
it was.
huge square, wasn't
Oh,
it?
it was. I love that though.
Yeah.
But I suppose then, okay, so we've got that then. You know, it was amazing. I think I said 35 years ago. Yeah, when we were born.
Yeah.
When we were going
20
out.
years ago, though.
For you.
For me, yeah.
Babyface, I didn't refuse to go out.
20 years now. 20 years of going out.
That's mad, because if you think Superstar Boudoir is 27 years this year.
Wow.
Oh no, let's move on very quickly, please. I'm starting to feel disgusting.
I don't mind that. I don't mind being the age I am.
I don't mind being it. It's just when certain cultural references pop up and it's
I just miss that. I miss it. That's what I miss. I miss the people. I miss like the having to talk to people and all that.
Yeah.
Now we all just stand around and sort of look at each other and then like...
Because everyone's got no social skills
Everyone's got no
anymore.
one knows how to hold a conversation.
No, it's true.
It's true, isn't it?
No, it is. And I think it's you think that in the day and age we're in now, where it feels like we are, like our community's being attacked left, right and centre, like, no, we need that community. We need to be like talking to each other.
No, we do. Like, it's really vitally important. I do as much as I can to just sort of speak up for marginalised communities, because even though like I'm part of a marginalised community, my voice is more listened to than their voices, you know, at the moment, especially. It's people, yeah, it's tough. We could talk about activism all day, really.
We could. And I think it's important, especially, so we'll go on to that in a sense, like the platform building. So like we are going to fast forward a wee bit.
Okay.
So I won't harp on it too much, but I suppose I think it was at the start of the platform and where you are now is going on Married at First Sight UK.
Yeah.
And so what was that like, very briefly, because I don't want I feel like there's a lot of demons from the MAFSUK situation.
Not really. I mean, it was like I applied and within 2 weeks I was on. It was probably the fastest pay. They had one phone call and they wanted me on, John.
Jesus.
I think I applied and it was really quick, the turnaround. Because when I was then talking to the others about it, like, when did you get cast and all that? I was like, why was I months before anyone else? Oh,
so when you said 2 weeks later, I thought you genuinely meant like you applied and then you were filming.
No.
You just knew.
I knew. And then there was months and months that went by before the filming started.
And you're waiting, they're going to turn around and be like, no.
No, I mean, I was just thinking, this is wild.
Yeah. Is that season 2?
I was on, season 7.
Of the UK one?
Mm-hmm. In the new format, season 2.
Oh, okay.
In the Australian format, season 2.
Right, okay.
But I do feel, and I'll say this, like, I don't watch it now. But
I think I only watch your season.
Oh, as you should. You know what I mean? You've got good taste. But our series was amazing.
It was
they really did put the show
like
up.
Throwing grenades in.
It was
constantly.
wild. It was wild. And you know what? It's an experience that I've had. It would be a completely different experience today.
Oh, of course.
For me.
It's one of them, like, I think I remember you commenting on another platform saying, like, that especially those dinners, you just plough with alcohol.
Well, to be honest with you, as well, it's your mouth, your hand, and you pick it up and put it in, don't you? You know what I mean?
I know, but it's still given, it's like that overproduction of things,
it is,
Let's provide the situation.
Of course, you're feeling the situation, and the thing is, we've got access to shops, so we were all fucking pissed by the time we got there.
Oh,
anyway.
okay.
So, the thing is, that was definitely like a downward spiral for me where alcohol was concerned, which I'm very vocal about, obviously. Yeah. But the show overall, like, it gave me an amazing platform. Had I utilised it better, I could have probably done more with it, but I was just not really, I wasn't prepared for what the reaction was going to be in terms of like people stopping you in the street and all that. I didn't think that many people fucking watched it, to be honest with you. I genuinely wanted a husband. I genuinely did.
I'm looking for love.
No, I knew, because I just thought it, I'm like, what, how old was I? I can't even fucking, 31 or maybe 32, something like that.
Is it only a few years ago?
4 years it is.
Jesus.
Yeah.
31, yeah.
So I was like, I do want a husband.
Yeah.
I'd love a husband. Still love a husband.
What made me laugh, there were people watching that, they were like, why are they doing that? Why are they getting married? Like, they're not fucking really getting married. It's just a situation.
Like, you give your assets away to someone you don't even know. Like, of course, there's no legal nothing. There did used to be there, you know, and then Channel 4 would pay for the divorce before. Yeah, wild. Fuck that. I mean, God, you're putting your faith in a television show to a degree. And don't get me wrong, you go through the whole matrimony process and all of those things, but it is really intense.
Well, I can imagine a bit okay, I don't want to spend too much time, but I've completely gone into it now just because this is my TV brain coming into play.
Ask what you want.
How long was that that process, like from start to filming to end of filming?
So they come and filmed in Liverpool first, and then they come back to film again in Liverpool. But I was so pissed in the second filming in Liverpool that they just didn't use any of that footage at all. And then I went to Essex then and got married. And then I would say from there, probably about 5 weeks.
Is that all?
Yeah.
That entire...
You know when it's like week 2 dinner party, that's like
Day
within
3.
a matter of days. Yeah, it's like in a matter of days.
Which then probably doesn't help when you're like, everyone's getting plowed with alcohol.
But you just like, for fuck's sake, another outfit, you know what I mean? For fuck's sake. And you know when you're walking into the dinner party, you do that between 8 and 10 times. That walk in. Yeah.
So the shocked look is
and I'm there with thigh-high boots on and a t-shirt and a jock strap and a fucking winter coat trying to save cunts and I'm sweating me box off, keep walking in, my fringe stuck to my fucking face. Do you know what I mean? I was like, really, I'm not a diva or not, and I'm really easy going. Fucking hurry up, it is boiling, I'm dying. It was like the midst of summer. It was,
and then you got all these bright lights on you and all that shit.
Yeah, and it's just, and there's about 100 people in that room, you know, while you're sat there. Oh yeah. The production value that year on that time slot, that show was number 1.
Yeah.
So the production value is massive.
100 people though, Jesus, excessive.
Maybe that's a bit, but maybe like 50.
But a lot.
Yeah, a lot.
When you're like going
in the
like...
room, and then even outside the room, there's like stations where they've got all screens and that, and they're watching exactly what you're doing. What's Thomas doing?
So it's full on multi-camera.
Fully.
Yeah, because it's like all the...
And like rigs and that, where it's like swinging round and all this stuff. It was wild, honestly.
So you wonder sometimes how you get genuine reactions, like...
You forget. I swear down, you forget that they're there.
Okay.
You forget that they're there, and you, because there's so many people being filmed, you don't know that camera's on you.
That's fair.
But now I do.
Yeah, because it's like, don't watch what you said.
And I've just been like, it's under my breath or something, and they've caught that, and I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. I wish that was the one bit they never. But now, look, what can you do?
Well,
I'm not Doctor Who. You can't turn back time.
No, I mean, I wish we could.
Sometimes I wish we could turn back. I wish you know what I mean? If I did it in the man that I was in today, I probably wouldn't be as much of an icon. I'll say that.
Well, to be fair, I think some of the dramatic elements of what you brought to that show is what definitely made people want to watch.
People don't watch reality TV for wholesome natured things. They watch them because they want drama.
Look at the traitors at the minute. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm like...
No, I know. But you want to be on the edge of your seat. If everyone was kiki and being all like having a lovely time, you'd be like, this is fucking boring. This.
Well, yeah. So I found watching it is when, because I remember I was watching it with my ex, and obviously known you for a long time, and I remember when you were coming out with some of these like explorative outfits, shall we say?
Yeah.
And in my brain, I remember saying to my ex, like, he's always in fucking trackies. Where's this come from? Just the person that like I was aware of.
Yeah.
But so what was that like? I suppose it was...
I'm glad you've asked this question because I've never really explained this.
Oh, okay.
I have to a degree, but not really that you've clocked that. I'm glad that you've clocked it. So I think because of like the way being queer was when we were younger, and you just conformed for safety. And I think that it was just like, I had a brother, I had cousins and all that. I was surrounded by like cis people, and I just sort of went with what the crowds went with to keep myself safe, even if it was from like school through to college, through to whatever. And I think when I got there, the purpose was I'd done so much conforming that I'd sort of not really realised who I actually was in any way. So by the time I got there, I was thinking, right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to be myself, and I'm just going to like not overthink what I'm wearing, what I'm doing, what I'm this, what I'm that. And then there's just this explosion of sort of me wanting to discover who I was. And it's just because it's so much later in life in terms of me coming out at 15 and it taking all of that time, that I think it's never too late to be yourself. If you know in your heart of hearts that you're not being yourself, no one else is going to love you if you don't understand who you are. And I think that even, you know, as much as I'm not going to go the fucking Asda in a pair of silver thigh-high boots, it allowed me to embrace a queer side of me that I'd avoided or ignored or been scared to show. Because once it's out there to the nation as well, there's no going back.
So just to like clarify that, I suppose. So what was the little like thing in your head that thought, fuck, I'm just going to do it now?
I thought I fucking hate myself, and I don't want to hate myself. I want to be myself, and I want to just see what, you know, just go with it. Like, this is it, and this is what you get, and I'm going to be really fucking gay and really fabulous. I said it when I was on there, and I was.
Good for you.
And you know that now, that's not really who I am day to day. Of course, I do love a pair of trackies and a pair of 110s, but
comfort.
Yeah, it's just like Scouse style. I just like that Scouse style, but it allowed me to explore being a bit draggy. It allowed me to explore being a bit androgynous, and I think It just opened up my world, really, and I'm glad that I was myself and I didn't try and be someone else.
I think that was really powerful in the moment because I think, let's ignore like how much drama that brought to the show.
Yeah.
But for definitely like young queer kids, or maybe not so young who probably shouldn't have been watching it.
Yeah. As to be old, I mean, fucking hell.
But it's like, okay, this is someone who, for all intents and purposes, is like refinding themselves on this program that I'm watching.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I can do that.
Yeah.
Which I think added to the platform that then you
100% to the amount of parents that were messaging me like, I've got a queer child and my kid's trying to explore and play with, my little boy wants to play with a doll, and I was like,
well, let him.
Let him. My little boy wants to put makeup on.
Let him.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, back in the day when I was a kid, I was allowed to do all of those things.
Because at the end of the day, this whole like, let kids be kids. Well, go on then, let them.
You're the one who's oppressing them and telling them they can't push a Hoover around because they're a boy. You're the fucking weirdo. It's not us. Like, just leave them. They're just kids. They're playing with toys. Toys are for kids. Like, I don't. You creating a narrative other than that. That's a real stigma that you've got in your mind, and you need to go to the doctors.
Yeah, like actually,
because it's weird. And what are you talking about?
Yeah, why does this have to be for girls and why does it have to be for boys?
It doesn't. You're making it that. Do you know what I mean? So, because if I wanted my mum's suede thigh-high boots on when I was 6, I was allowed them suede thigh-high boots on. And look how that carried through for my life. I then wore boots again at the ripe old age of 31. And I've worn them since. And who cares?
Well, yeah, I think that's the point. It's like, is it harming you?
No.
Not you personally.
Probably me feet, yeah. Fucking hell, I've got bunions for fucking days.
But you look fabulous.
I know. Like walking like that on me fucking
no one can see it.
No.
So you try and go on
stage
this is why I sit down. I'm just going to take a pew on the stage.
Honestly, I do take a pew on the stage. Have you noticed? Yeah, I do sit down.
Yeah, I was watching your Instagram stuff highlights this morning.
Love sitting down. Oh, I love sitting down. You get about 10 minutes of me standing up and you get about 20 minutes of me in a high heel and then it's coming off. And if you think that that's bad drag.
Hey, I mean, so what? If that's the act, that's the act.
Listen, I will get onto the drag, obviously, but
well, that's the next.
Is that your next topic?
It's the next easy translation into.
It is, because that's where it sort of began, really.
That's what I was going to ask. Is that then that I don't want to say finding yourself.
No, do say that, because that is sort of part. That is right. Yeah.
Okay, so that finding yourself.
Yeah.
Thank you for permissions.
But permission to say anything.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah.
And wearing things that you may not have worn predominantly maybe in public. Is that what then led to the birth, shall we say, of Pam Sandwich?
It was partly what led to the birth of Pam Sandwich. I think also I'd always done music, so it wasn't really like I'd always sang. Like that wasn't. But to have a talent and do drag, I'm not saying that drag queens aren't. I'm not going to try. I'm really trying here. I'm trying not to be a twat. I really am. But if you ask
you're known as a twat.
If you ask me questions, you're going to get answers about anyone or anything, because I don't care. But someone asked me to do it for the venue, my friend, and I said that I'd do it, and I loved it. And
was that just like a one-off? Like
it was a one-off, and then every newspaper picked it up in the country.
Oh wow!
So it was in the Mirror, it was in the Daily Express.
So it was like Thomas Hartley from MAFSUK drag.
Yeah, and then they announced Pam Sandwich was born from there, and the bookings just happened. And I was thinking, these drag queens are going to fucking hate me because I've never stood on a door, I've never saved a shot, I've never done any of that. And I do completely understand that. I understand the negative energy that I received from that.
Yeah.
However, I'm a Drag Idol finalist. So 573 drag queens, I'm in the top 4 in the country. So whether I've had a leg up or not at the beginning, I've still done everything that anyone else would do for exposure, for all of those things. Well, I get it.
I suppose it's the difference though, like, because there's going back to the element of, I don't look at it as a drag aesthetic or drag as valid.
Yeah.
But also like, you've become as a drag performer. Not everyone comes through the night economy circuit, shall we say. It's like you've come from a different angle. Fabulous. You've worked on your art. You've worked on your talent that then connects with your art. So what?
No, what I understand is there's a lot of drag queens who have worked their way from the bottom to the top, and I didn't have to do that. I'm not going to say that. I'm not saying I was at the top either. Do you know what I mean? We all took up a gig for money that we wouldn't take it for now. But I know that there's a lot more to it for them, and that that's a sort of, they think that I am entitled in some way, or that I've maybe been given a leg up. But the fact of the matter is, me being conscious of that, I was then like, right, okay, well, I'm going to show you why I'm valid. And the Drag Idol thing I was valid. I won every single round that I was in, apart from the final, which
And
is
they're
fair.
different judges as well.
And the different judges, you've got it. It's an audience interaction.
Yeah.
It's different judges. You've got to do something different every time. New look, new hair, new act, comedy, singing, all of those things. The proof's in the pudding.
Yeah, so you have done. I suppose that is what you just said. Like you acknowledge, okay, people are thinking I've done a TV show.
That's why I'm there. No, it is not.
So now you've done the actual work. It's like, forgive me for using the RuPaul's Drag Race analogy. It's like when is it Shangela when she done season 2 and got kicked off the first episode, and then she went and won like Miss Continental or whatever it's called. Like
it's that. It's when because I knew that I'd get hostility from the drag queens. You know, specifically in our own city, I got quite a bit,
which is why I don't work here.
I won't say anything else. There's many other reasons, but that's not. Okay. No, there's not what I do. There isn't a great deal of.
No, there isn't.
And you know, I'm not saying that they're not capable of it. I'm just saying there's not a lot of venues that accommodate it. So, my thing is, because I'm not one of these who says there's no cabaret. Of course, there is cabaret, but there's not cabaret like there is in Manchester. No. There's not cabaret like there is in London. No. And you know, and also our scene is very on the down now because it's owned primarily by one person who no one wants to work for. What?
I'm not.
Right or wrong. I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying the facts are the facts.
Yeah, that's what.
And everyone's very vocal about it online, so no one can be like, oh. No, I'm just stating the obvious. I don't know whether that's right or wrong, and I don't care. But the fact of the matter is, no one on that scene who's been there, Shania, Brenda, Carmen, are working in them venues.
No, this is true.
So you know what? Neither am I.
Fair. That's fair. Absolutely fair.
And we've got it as community leaders, which you are a community leader yourself.
Oh, thanks.
Well, you are. Because you lead the community, you speak up, you do what it is that you're passionate about, and you help others. I mean, look what you did for Vivian in May. No one's fucking with you on anything. That was amazing. What you did, it was incredible. And, you know, to take your own time and do it out of the goodness of your heart and keep someone's memory alive who's absolutely deserves to be alive. Props to you. Props to you. And it should happen every year.
You can see me getting really uncomfortable right now.
You shouldn't be uncomfortable. You should be really proud of yourself. I'm proud of you. As someone who's known you for 187 years. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, it's about setting an example as well. And if something's wrong and you think it's wrong, whether it's wrong or not, I'm not being part of that.
Yeah, that's fair.
No money or nothing, I'm not being part of it.
And then you are right in the sense of how Liverpool in itself, I've mentioned this on multiple episodes with other queens and other people, to be fair, is we don't have that regular space. And when we do sometimes have it, it's not always engaged with.
No.
So like, for example, like Carmen does here, I don't know if it's quarterly or something, which is now the Big Gay Cabaret. So there's one before Christmas, there's one happening in February. They've got a regular audience. It's not astronomically big in heaven, but you know, they've got a regular audience. They bring other people in, but it is very few and far between.
When we even like you see me in it at Christmas, didn't you? And they were talking about the financials of it, and not to disclose anyone's finances, obviously, but that's not got a great deal. I cut my face so that they could take a wage from it. So on the spot there and then I said, listen guys, just take £100 off my thing. And I'm not to sound like I'm moneybags, or not, and you know what I mean? But I couldn't sit morally and think you're taking £2.50 each from this. Do you know what I mean? Because that's such a shame to think, because they put that show on and they put people on and they give a space to queer people, whether it's, you know, good, bad or indifferent, no one else is doing it.
And it's always different.
And it's always different.
And they try and get queens from
different variety places, and they pay queens a reasonable amount.
Yeah.
So I had a lovely fee off that.
Did you really?
Really, yeah. Well, why?
Having come from Lush.
That was a lovely fucking fee.
I was meant to go to that, but Tyler told me the wrong time.
Yeah, I think it was a bit low, like last minute. Yeah, but that was a lot. I mean,
that was a lovely fee. It's Lush. Come on, it was Lush.
Lovely. It was a Lush fee, honestly. And you got a loads of bath bombs and that with it, but I haven't got a fucking bath. So if you got a bath bomb for Christmas, that's why. There you go.
So, if you don't mind me asking, right, you've been very vocal about, we kind of touched upon like the whole like alcohol thing, but one thing, because I have similar, is around like mental health and being like, you know, comfortable in yourself. Yeah. So when you reached out to me, like, John, you asked about it ages ago, let's make this happen. Yeah. Thing. And you have been quite vocal on your socials at the minute about, you know, not being in the right headspace. Stuff like that. So just, if you're happy to talk about it, like
100%.
where are you currently and what you hoping 2026 kind of brings?
Not good currently, really. Like, I'm very autistic, diagnosed 27, ADHD to fuck, as you can tell. Lots of just little quirks like that I've never really... I was medicated for a long time. I come off medication and managed it myself. I think at the moment, I'm in a space of like turning 35. We're going into this year. I was a drug addict and an alcoholic for probably about 10 years, really. Very good at masking, very good at managing, going to work. But I was drinking every day.
Oh, right.
And,
Okay.
and using every day. But you really
wouldn't know.
become a manipulative person who can manipulate those situations so that no one can see it. But in the end, you did know because it was really bad. So then I went into recovery. I think that alone is like a mental health thing in itself, isn't it? Because do you know what? As much as recovery makes you feel accomplished and you stop using drugs and alcohol and all of that, you are then faced with your feelings that you've hidden with alcohol and drugs for a long, long time.
Because even then, like, the whole masking situation is exhausting in
Oh,
itself.
fucking hell. Honestly, it really is. But then you've got no substance to utilise to be able to hide.
For numbing.
Yeah. So that's been really difficult and that's been a long process. So even like navigating relationships and that, it's so hard. Like because usually I'd just be like, the relationship would be based on having a line or a bevy, and that's just like wild, isn't it? But so many people's relationships are based on that. The weekend comes round and you're getting the ale in and you're getting the bags in and you're having a ball.
And then through the week.
And then through the week you fucking hate each other.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It is all of that. And I think for me, what's difficult is that I am now having to face all of those things.
Where are you now on your sober journey, time-wise?
21 months sober.
Oh, so you're coming up to 2 years.
Yeah, coming
well
up to 2 years in April.
That's amazing.
I'm going to do a little live show, I think.
As in like a live show or on
No, perform and put a ticket out maybe. That's what I was talking about doing with a live band. And I'm going to donate the money to like a recovery thing.
Oh, I love that.
Probably the House of Vivian, isn't it?
Well, they are going to be coming to Liverpool very shortly.
And I just think it's like, that was something that it resonates with me, and I think there's a lot of I did do the Colwyn Bay Pride Vivian runway.
Yes.
So I did that for Chanel. She'd asked me to do it and I went. I've done the House of Vivian fundraiser in heaven. And anything that anyone needs in relation to recovery, I'll always do it.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Because it means something to you.
It means something to me. And also I think just showing solidarity with those who are trying to make a difference. Or being around people who are still in addiction but are really, really trying. I think you can be that really positive person and guiding their life.
And I suppose it says, because I think over the whole lighten up thing, I was trying to like learn this for some of the pressy stuff.
Yeah.
It was like, it is that support network and how like, you know what, people just seeing that even now 2 years sober, like you're still having some struggles.
100%.
People then can like resonate and relate with them. Like, okay, so like me feeling like this now at the start of my journey is fine.
Yeah.
Because as long as I've got my little network around me.
And I think what you've got to remember is like, it's very brave to be vulnerable. It's not brave to hide.
Yeah.
So like,
I understand why people hide.
No, we all do. I do it even to this day. There's still things that I won't speak about or, feel it's difficult to speak about things. Do you know what I mean? But I do think what's important is if you're struggling with drugs and alcohol, there's always someone you can turn to. There really is. And don't, even if you feel like there's no way out, I promise you now there is. And it really is fucking hard, but the rewards of life.
So if you could, I mean, that technically was words of wisdom, but if you were to be put on the spot and say, what would you say to someone who's like, I want to start this journey, but I'm not sure how or where or what would you say to them?
I would say there's lots of avenues that you can do. Alone, House of Vivian's one of them. That's coming to Liverpool. I used to Break Free, which is Lee Butler.
Yeah.
There is NA, AA. Do you know what I would say? Do them all. Do them all.
Works for you.
One will click and one will work. Even if you go to the doctors, try that. Try everything. But most of all, be kind to yourself.
Yeah.
Be patient to yourself. And don't count. It's not about quantity of time. It's about quality of time. Make those sober days that you can celebrate. Don't make them days where you're having a fight in your head over having a drink. Because that's not... It's not productive. If you're going to stop and you've hit rock bottom, use every fucking tool you've got access to. Everything. It's all about you. Focus on yourself. That's what I'd say. Don't worry about what anyone else thinks of you. Fuck them. They don't pay your bills.
And I think that's it, because I think some people do get into the head of like what other people think. That's always been my issue. And
don't we all?
Well, yeah. Especially if you do certain things, it's like, oh, and I think you always know that one trigger point, which is where it's all started.
No, honestly, you do. And I think we're all like shamed to fuck, aren't we? Like in our lives. And that also leads us to be like conscious of what other people think and conscious of what other people say about us and conscious of all of these things. And then we still put ourselves out there for criticism. Yeah. Because in a way, it's like he's seeking validation.
That's exactly what it is. So on that note, I suppose the question would then be, what have you got in store? Like, what have you, that you're allowed to talk about if you've got anything that you can't talk about? Everyone's always talking about, like, it's January.
Oh, are you talking about the magic holiday? Or?
Yeah.
I mean, if I was to disclose the magic holiday on this podcast.
I loved it. I mean, I think I spoke to Viv before the magic holiday and she was just like, I can't talk about anything.
Okay, I can't talk about anything.
Keep them guessing.
Do you know what, though? There's a lot of, what I'll say about that show is there's lots of reserves and things.
Yeah.
So I know who's going on.
Yeah.
So do you.
Okay.
You do, don't you?
Well, you can tell me after this.
I will tell you. But do you know what I'll say? No, you can't put it in it. It's not. They haven't told me. It's just. I just know.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, we all work with the same designers and the same wig makers and all this.
So when
people
all of a
really
sudden
fuck up and tell you, "I'm sorry, I'm too busy. I'm really busy in January. I'm doing XYZ's hair or outfits."
No, that's
I'm like, now she's not, because January's dry as fuck for us. It's dry, honestly.
It's post Christmas and all that.
Yeah, it's just not a busy month for anyone. I mean, you've just seen someone retire who's been doing it for 181
I suppose
years.
We're getting older every time you say a time. Like, you little shit.
Yeah, I know.
So just on that note, then, what is on the horizon for Tom and Pam?
Well, for Tom, there's just not life is on the horizon, yeah. But for Pam, I think I'm everywhere that I want to be.
Good.
And I think I want to produce my own cabaret and I want to put people on and I want to do those sorts of things. I've got lots of big brands and things that I'm working with. I've got a management that's amazing, that's really changed my career. I mean, the corporate bookings, it's that keeps you afloat.
Yes.
Some of the cabaret venues, my bottom line's gone up. You know, it's just stuff like that. I think, right, okay, well, I will disclose now, right, that
I love when there's a light bulb moment.
I'm not going to be on that show.
Okay.
I haven't even applied. I haven't submitted a tape. I don't know whether it's for me.
Okay.
Right,
fair.
truthfully. Would I be unbelievably iconic on it? Yes. Would I wind people up and all that and do all the fun things that you would expect from me? Absolutely. But there is another show.
Okay.
Possibly.
Interesting. Oh, so it's like a pilot or something, or is it something that's actually established?
No. Well,
okay, I'm asking too many questions.
Yeah, it would be later it would be further down. It's not now.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, on to.
But if I am on it, then everyone will know. Okay. Obviously, because then it'll be in the paper that this person from that show's been on that.
Another show.
Yeah.
Okay, understand. Okay, understood. Moving on. If people want to find you, where the fuck can they find you online? And
there's I've got lots of accounts, to be honest with you. Most of them are burners. No, they're not.
Yeah, they're all OnlyFans.
Listen, I'm telling you now. Do you know the amount of requests I've had lately for that?
I'm not surprised by your Instagram stories, lad.
I know, but I'm not being funny. If you've got it, flaunt it. Fuck. So you can find me at Thomas Hartley Official on TikTok and Instagram, or you can find me at Pam Tasty Sandwich on Instagram.
Fabulous.
Where can we find you?
Personally, most of my handles are John M Highland _ because for some reason John M Highland was taken.
Right. Who's still in that?
I don't know. It's very weird. I'm just trying to follow the Samuel L. Jackson, John M Highland.
Yeah. Why not?
And obviously the podcast is at Proudly Said, and I do need to push this thing. So obviously now I'm freelance, now I'm self-employed and an independent creator. Proudly Said has a membership scheme.
I did see this. So you can sign up for exclusivity and to get an early
so right now it's early access, but as it grows I will want to add more things to it, whether it's like extra content, exclusive episodes, Zoom calls, get a guest on for a Zoom call with the membership kind of thing. Once it grows, I want to grow it up. So right now, because the platform I use is very bizarre, it's $4.02, which at the time of me setting it up, the conversion rate was £3, but it's fluctuated between £2.50 and £2.80.
But you can't do anything about the fucking...
Exactly. Yeah. But you can also, if you just want to give me a coffee, you can give me a tip. And that is in pounds.
Okay.
Which is really bizarre.
Which you know what? Please do. Because it's really important that we support one another. And I'm not being funny. A coffee doesn't even cost £2. It costs more than that.
Like
so £2 is like, you just do it. Just please do it because it's kind, and I just think it's right Yeah, someone's creating something for us, and they should be.
It's what I want for Proudly Said. Like I did my reflections, is I want it to be like getting stories that won't necessarily be heard, but also if people see someone and go, "Ooh, I like what they do," then they can connect with them.
I also think like what's important is there's lots of stories that there's people that have got followings that are queer that won't necessarily have been asked the questions that you have asked. Like the question you've asked me today, I've been on massive podcasts, and they haven't asked me them questions. So the thing is, it doesn't matter to me whether you've got 800 listeners or 8 million listeners. If I want to talk to you, I will. If I don't, I won't.
And you'll tell me that.
But I do want to talk to you. That's why I'm here. So it's, I just think we should all be supporting one another and be a little bit nicer to each other, because like you say, the climate's horrendous and getting worse. Yeah, and our voices are cis privileged voices.
Yes, absolutely.
So
and I'm very aware of that.
We should use them.
Very aware of that.
Please use them for our trans siblings, our non-binary siblings, all the people that no one's listening to and treating like fucking shit. Just speak up. And I know I'm putting it in the Scousers' most abusive terms, but you're not going to ever get like nothing out of me like that. I'm not going to talk the Queen's English. You'll get what you get.
And it makes more sense.
And it's more impactful when you put a fuck in front of it. Honestly.
Not just a fuck, a fuck. And on that note, I'm going to let you go.
Thank you so much. I've had the best time.
I love it. Oh, boosh. You've been listening to Proudly Said. Now, if it meant something to you, why not pass it on? If it didn't, maybe it will one day. Either way, stay kind, stay loud, and stay proud.